Beth and Rip's Yellowstone spinoff title and release plans revealed in new report. A new report seemingly reveals the release plans and title for Beth and Rip's Yellowstone spinoff. Previously, it was announced that Kelly Riley and Cole Hauser would reprise their roles as Beth Dutton and Rip Wheeler, leading a new untitled spinoff that focuses on their lives after the events of the original show. Creator Taylor Sheridan is working on the spinoff, though not many details have been revealed just yet. The original Yellowstone came to a close in late 2024. A Bloomberg report covering the co-chief executive officer of Paramount Global, Chris McCarthy, revealed the release plan for the scheduled Beth and Rip spinoff, which is currently set to be Sheridan's next show after 1923, Lioness and Landman. Titled Dutton Ranch, the series will premiere on Paramount Network and be available for streaming on Paramount Plus the following day, marking a first for the Western franchise. Yellowstone's success as a franchise played a huge part in the streamer's plan for potential spin-offs. 1883 and 1923 were the first to emerge, but several additional projects are already in the works. With the flagship seemingly at an end for the time being, despite rumblings of an additional season, Sheridan is developing at least 3 more shows in the same universe, including a prequel that takes place in World War II and the Madison, a series that is expected to premiere later in 2025. The title Dutton Ranch seems to symbolize a proper changing of the guard, with Beth assuming center stage following the death of her father John, Kevin Costner, in Yellowstone Season 5. Riley's character became a fan favorite, so the decision to give her a spin-off came as no surprise. But the first-of-its-kind release plan further demonstrates Paramount's confidence in the project. This also hints at the importance of Dutton Ranch to the Yellowstone franchise, being the first sequel spinoff led by characters from the original series. The Dutton Ranch title carries a lot of weight and also highlights how the story in Yellowstone will continue following Beth and Rip's journey at a new ranch. It sounds like the series might be given priority over other scheduled spin-offs and prequels in the franchise. While Paramount has yet to confirm anything, it makes sense for the Beth and Rip spin-off to come sooner than later, despite being announced more recently. The Yellowstone series finale hinted that Beth and Rip might be settling down at the new ranch in Dillon, Montana, which would mark a new era for the Dutton family. Meanwhile, Case stays at the ranch with his family, with the land being sold to Thomas Rainwater, keeping a promise that their ancestors made. Dutton Ranch opens the door for several characters from Yellowstone to return, which makes it the most anticipated spin-off in the franchise. In a move that has sent a seismic wave through the Yellowstone fan base, Paramount has officially revealed the title and tentative release plans for the highly anticipated Beth and Rip-centric spinoff. According to a new exclusive report, the spinoff will be called Yellowstone, Blood and Whiskey, and is slated for a late 2025 release, with filming set to begin this summer in Montana's Bitterroot Valley. The title alone has ignited a wildfire of speculation online. Blood and Whiskey evoking not only the violence and grit that Beth Dutton, Kelly Riley, and Rip Wheeler, Cole Hauser are known for, but also the deep, aching romance and fierce loyalty that has defined their saga from the beginning. The spinoff, which has been in secret development since early 2024, will reportedly pick up shortly after the conclusion of Yellowstone's final episodes. The story will follow Beth and Rip as they leave the crumbling Dutton empire behind, seeking to forge a future on their own terms. And true to their nature, they aren't going quietly. A New Frontier, What Blood and Whiskey is About sources close to creator Taylor Sheridan have described Blood and Whiskey as a love story wrapped in barbed wire, centering on Beth and Rip's attempt to reclaim a piece of land left to Rip by a dying friend from his darker cowboy days. The land, rugged, cursed, and untamed, sits on the edge of lawless territory, where cattle rustling, illegal gambling, and outlaw biker gangs are just the beginning. It's Yellowstone turned up to 11, one insider teases. Beth's rage, Rip's loyalty, and the chaos that follows them. This show is a powder keg. The spin-off promises to explore Rip's haunted past in deeper detail than ever before. Flashbacks will trace his early years, his time on the run, and the hard-earned lessons that made him John Dutton's most feared enforcer. Meanwhile, Beth finds herself at war with a new set of local elites who underestimated her, until it's too late. It's not just a continuation, the report says. It's a reckoning, where the Dutton name still matters, and still haunts. Though Beth and Rip have left the Yellowstone Ranch behind, the name still echoes throughout the new story. Whispers of the Dutton family legacy follow Beth everywhere. Whether she's making enemies in boardrooms or burning bridges in a bourbon-soaked fury. She's a Dutton after all. And Rip? He might not share the name, but he's the last person alive who truly understands what it meant to John Dutton. Word is that John's legacy will still loom large over the series, with rumors of Kevin Costner possibly appearing in a series of flashbacks or recorded messages. However, the focus will be on the couple's struggle to build something themselves. A brutal, beautiful empire in the middle of nowhere, far from the courts and boardrooms that once consumed Beth. Behind the camera, Sheridan's grit returns. Taylor Sheridan will direct the first 2 episodes and has penned the pilot script himself, reportedly describing it as Romeo and Juliet with cattle brands and high-caliber rifles. The tone will be darker, more intimate, and stripped down from the sprawling ensemble of Yellowstone proper. While the main series covered the politics of ranching, land development, and legacy, Blood and Whiskey is shaping up to be a character-driven drama about survival, revenge, and what it means to love someone so fiercely it becomes dangerous. Sheridan has long hinted that Beth and Rip were his favorite characters to write, and this series seems poised to let him unleash them fully. New faces, new foes. Joining Rayleigh and Hauser is a cast of fresh characters including Delaney Reyes, played by Carla Gugino, a ruthless land baroness with a vendetta against the Wheeler family. She sees Beth as both a threat and a mirror. Eli Crow James, played by Zahn McClarnon, a stoic former tribal lawman turned bounty hunter, whose interests intersect with Rip's in surprising and violent ways. Toby Finch, played by Jess Plemons, a greasy casino owner with ties to the underworld and an unsettling obsession with Beth. Recurring characters from the Yellowstone universe are expected to make appearances, including Walker, Ryan Bingham, and Teeter, Jen Landon, who may find their way into Beth and Rip's new stronghold. The setting: wild country, wilder stakes. Unlike the original Yellowstone, which centered around Paradise Valley and the ranch's borders with native lands and development threats, Blood and Whiskey is said to take place deeper in Montana's less civilized territory. Less Aspen, more outlaw country. Think old saloons, dirt roads, and a bar called the Black Horn, where the jukebox only plays Johnny Cash, and the poker games come with loaded revolvers. Production crews have reportedly begun scouting locations near Anaconda, Montana, and set designers are building a new homestead dubbed Wheeler's End, a small fortified compound on the edge of an old mining town. Release plans: Fall 2025 premiere. Paramount has tentatively slated the series for a November 2025 debut, with the first 2 episodes expected to drop as a 2-hour event on Paramount Plus and CMT simultaneously. International distribution will follow shortly after. Marketing is expected to kick off with a teaser trailer this summer, featuring Kelly Riley's unmistakable voiceover growling one of Beth's new signature lines. "You don't get to start over. You just get to burn what came before. What it means for Yellowstone fans. While Yellowstone is ending, its spirit is far from gone. Blood and Whiskey seems tailor-made for fans who've always been drawn to the dark romance and moral chaos of Beth and Rip's relationship. It's the next chapter, not just in the Dutton story, but in a growing mythos of American frontier fiction. It's not about the ranch anymore, Sheridan said in a rare statement. It's about what's left after you've lost everything, and who you become when you've got nothing left but each other. Beth and Rip never wanted a fairy tale. They wanted fire, and now they've got it.